Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CountryCast. As most of you know, we recently lost a legend within country music, Mr. Charley Pride. Charley Pride unfortunately passed away back on December 12th of this year after complications with the coronavirus. And ever since the news broke of Charley Pride's passing, many folks were quick to question whether or not Charley Pride contracted the coronavirus from being present at the CMA Awards show back on November 11th of this year. Charley Pride was present where he performed alongside fellow country artist Jimmy Allen, and the two performed a very defining song from Charley Pride, Kiss an Angel Good Morning, as well as Charley Pride received the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award. As these claims surrounding Charley Pride's illness became more and more public, fellow country artists turned to social media where they also expressed their feelings toward how Charley Pride may have contracted this illness. Maren Morris was one of those country artists who turned to social media in a now deleted tweet. Thanks to Saving Country Music, we have that tweet for you. She wrote, "I don't want to jump to conclusions because no family statement has been made yet. But if this was a result of the CMAs being indoors, we should all be outraged." Country artists Brandi Carlile and Mickey Guyton responded to Maren Morris's tweet. Brandi Carlile wrote, "Honestly, you're right to acknowledge what everyone is wondering. And as usual, you have a lot to lose for asking the question. Thank you for being human. Whether that was the place he got it or not, they endangered him, and it easily could have been. It's quietly bothered me for weeks." Mickey Guyton responded by saying, "We need answers as to how Charley Pride got COVID." After these country artists were being very public about the questioning of Charley Pride's contraction of this virus, the Country Music Association actually responded in a statement explaining the protocols that they had in place for the award show and even information surrounding Charley Pride and the protocols they took with him as well. The CMAs responded with, "Everyone affiliated with the CMA Awards followed strict testing protocols outlined by the city health department and unions. Charley was tested prior to traveling to Nashville. He was tested upon landing in Nashville and again on show day, with all tests coming back negative. After returning to Texas following the CMA Awards, Charley again tested negative multiple times. All of us in the country music community are heartbroken by Charley's passing. Out of respect for his family during their grieving period, we will not be commenting on this further." But now there has been another response. And this response comes from Charley Pride's manager, longtime friend, and former bassist Kevin Bailey. Kevin Bailey recently did an interview with the Dallas Morning News where he spoke about whether or not Charley Pride may have contracted this virus from being in attendance at the award show. Kevin Bailey says, "This COVID thing, it's impossible to know where it came from, where you got it. I do know that Charley tested negative twice after he came back from Nashville, and it may have been 3 times. My understanding is that when Charley went into the hospital, we thought he had pneumonia. Somebody decided to do another test, and then they put him in the COVID unit. Charley was the best of anybody I knew with staying isolated. He and his wife were home all the time, and every time I went and had a meeting with him, we were both masked and sitting across the room from each other. Every precaution was taken. I think it's unfortunate that people are out there crusading to stir up some mud, because I really don't think the CMAs were negligent in any way. Every time we darkened the door, we got tested." Now, an interesting follow-up to Kevin Bailey's statement there was an interview that Charley Pride did with the Tennessean back on November 10th, the day before the award show, where Charley Pride said this. Charley told the Tennessean, "The best I can say is I want to go and receive this and put it with all the rest that I've been fortunate enough to get and enjoy it." So by hearing what Charley Pride had to say, it sounded as if he really did want to be at the CMAs and, give his acceptance speech and collect his award that we all know he has worked so hard throughout his career and truly deserved to win the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award. Maren Morris's tweet came before any family statement. Brandi Carlile and Mickey Guyton, of course, followed up, in agreement with Maren Morris there, wondering if Charley Pride contracted the virus from the CMAs. But again, as Kevin Bailey talked about with the Dallas Morning News, he expressed that he did not believe that the CMAs were negligent in any way with handling their protocols with the COVID-19 virus. Charley Pride was such a treat to have in country music. He was such a wonderful man with a beautiful soul, and the voice spoke for itself. We all love Charley Pride's music, and we dearly miss him. Our hearts and prayers still go out to the family and friends during this very difficult time. And man, what a rough year this has been for country music. Guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Reference this controversy surrounding Charley Pride's passing. That will be it for today's video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on those notifications as well so you never miss out on any breaking updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.